During this presentation, we'll look at plan and deliver exercise, assessment task 2, which is an observation. The units covered as part of this assessment are SIS Fit 002, 004 and 003. During this task, your assessor will observe you instructing a fellow student in a program. The program will include the exercises in this list here. So you will pair up with a partner. Each of you will take each other through this program, and your instructor will observe the process. Some things the instructor are going to be looking for are the instructions and the techniques explained clearly and correctly. Is the correct movement terminology used? Correct use of anatomy. So if you're talking about an exercise, are you naming the right muscles? Correct teaching points. So with every exercise, as you're aware, there's a number of teaching points. Are you describing those teaching points correctly? Correct safety points. So explain the safety points, but if your partner is doing something wrong, it's expected that you'd be able to correct them. And an application of principles relating to resistance training. So for example, if they're performing the exercise way too fast, you'd expect that you would pull them up and say, listen, we want some more time under tension, or slow down the eccentric phase of the movement. So the program can be downloaded at the bottom of the page by clicking on the arrow. So if we bring it up, you have a list of all the exercises, and you are going to take your partner through each of these exercises. As you can see, we've got one set of 10 to 12. With push-ups, it depends upon your client. They might only be able to do 10 to 12, but with many, they're sort of going to be more like max push-ups. With prone hovers, again, you're more looking at how many can they do whilst maintaining correct function. So that's why the reps have been left out of those ones. So you're going to take your partner through every one of these exercises. At the bottom of the page, you've got an assessment rubric or observation checklist. You need to familiarise yourself with this. This is what your trainer or assessor will use when they observe you and complete the assessment observation. So familiarise yourself with all the points in here, and if you need anything clarified, speak to your trainer and assessor before completing the assessment. Your trainer and assessor will require you to complete all these exercises during the session. So you're required to instruct them all, but they will only directly observe you on 2 or 3 of these exercises, where they'll be there, they'll be listening closely to your instruction, asking you questions, but making sure that you're applying all these dot points as part of your instruction. So again, you'll be taking your client through all the exercises, but you'll be getting directly assessed against 2 to 3 of them. One of the things most important going into this assessment is making sure you're really comfortable with your movement mechanics and your functional anatomy or your anatomy. So knowing that in an exercise, what movements are occurring, whether it's flexion, extension, etc., and what muscles are producing those movements. If you require more information about this task, please speak to your VFA trainer and assessor.